Hello, Zach Daniels here, and I am giving a quick tutorial slash overview of a new feature in Polyphony, the event calendar function. So, I am here on the webpage for The Tinkerer, a piece I've written, and there's a new section down here, Performances. And this is something that is not typed manually. This is something that actually integrates with the new events calendar. Now I'm going to show you how that works. So, the way it works is if we're in Polyphony, you'll go ahead and if you have access to it, which most people should by now, you just go right up here to the calendar option. Then we go ahead and click that, and then this is the Polyphony events calendar. We go ahead and get rid of this test event. Boop. So now, if we go ahead, we can say, so I know when my performance was. So let's go ahead and just act like we're doing that. So the performance was last week. Those functions, like a lot of online calendars you've seen, you can skip around by year, you can skip around by week, you can have a month view, you can have a day-to-day view. There's a bunch of different options, but we're going to go to last Wednesday, which is when my performance was. And this was performed at 8 p.m. on Wednesday. So I'm going to click that time slot and look right there. Automatically pulls everything up. And I'm going to need to adjust the time on that because it was about an hour for the performance. I have the default set to 30 minutes, just because that's kind of a standard meeting time length. Now that we have that all set and it's already on my performances, you can do multiple calendars, which we'll get into in a moment. But all I have to do is go up here and type in, so this is the Sooner Bassooners concert. There we go. I've typed in something similar. And Sooner Bassooners Fall 2021 concert featuring Zach Daniels piece, The Tinkerer. Cool. And there's actually a link to the live stream, or there was. So if this was coming up, I could easily just type, music.ou.edu/live, and this would take them to where the link was, if they were to click it hypothetically. So, go ahead and save these changes, and we should see it pop up. Let me go ahead and go back to the previous week. There we go. There it is. So we're back here on the 10th, which is where we inserted it, and it's right there. So now, you might notice it doesn't appear here yet, and that's because we need to assign the composition. So, what we're going to do is we're going to attach this, and now that the event exists, we're going to go to compositions, and we're going to go ahead and select. This is a full list of your compositions that you have inserted into Polyphony. And I'm going to go ahead and select the Tinkerer, and I'm going to say they played the Tinkerer. I'm going to close that. And if we refresh, would you look at that? It's got everything right there for you. And it automatically pulls everything. And the advantage of this is you actually can add multiple performances of pieces on a single concert. So let's say I had a hypothetical event. Let's go ahead and make a new event. So today, let's say that I have a concert coming up tomorrow at 6 p.m. And we'll just call this a test event. And we'll go ahead and leave that all the same for this demonstration. And let's go ahead and if I want to go ahead and add compositions, and we'll say that this is a concert where they featured A Minimal Journey and Somber Victory, 2 string orchestra pieces. Cool. So those are now added to this event. So now if I go to music and I go to Minimal Journey, check it out. There's a performance of it happening tomorrow. Awesome. I didn't give much information on it, but that's really cool, right? And that same event will also exist under Somber Victory, which is a huge advantage over the old system of having to create unique events for every single piece. So now if you have a recital of your works or a concert featuring many of your works, you can very easily just insert multiple pieces into it. And you can, of course, remove a piece from it, and it instantly updates. No problem there. Now, let's go ahead and get rid of this whole event, and you can go ahead and you can edit this information, edit the event. There's also a function upcoming that you'll be able to insert the location and performers for an event, because I believe that is important to note. And we're going to go ahead and just toss this event because we don't need that event. Now, the final couple things are you can add an event the old-fashioned way with this button, and here you'll have to select dates manually, but I believe it's easier to click on the calendar myself, which is why I prefer to use it. And you can also add a calendar, and you'll actually need to do this first. So you'll go to add calendar, and then you can just give your calendar a name, and then you can give it a default color. You can actually choose what your color is going to be like. And this is purely aesthetic. No real differences happen here. That to here. And then we'll say test calendar. Wow, that was bad. Okay, so test alpha. Thought actually. That's slightly better. All right, so now if I go ahead and add let's just say we add an 8 a.m. for Wednesday. Test alpha. And save changes. Look at that. And you can see all of that. Now that's a little bit backwards. That's very poor coloring. I chose the worst colors, but you get the idea. You can kind of have fun with it. You can choose different colors that work or ones that don't, and you can go ahead and use it for just some back-end things as well. And this will eventually also include some reminders for submitting things to things such as ASCAP so that you get your payouts for each quarter, etc. And there will be more and more features added to this as we go. So have fun with the new Polyphony events calendar from DeVC Labs. Thanks for watching. This is Zach Daniels, signing out.